Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another... What day is it? Shit. Wednesday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Saihate no Paladin. It's finally back! Oh, boy. And in the same week where we start Vox Machina, so hey. I guess today is just the table... This week is just the tabletop week, I suppose. Oh, well. In the last episode, we got introduced to the rest of the party. We got our Artificer, we got our Bard, we've got our Ranger, we've got our Paladin. We've got basically a full fucking party here, and I'm very excited to see where this goes. Oh boy. So, let's... Oh yeah, and they went to like the capital city, which is probably where they're going to join an adventurers guild, and they're probably going to go off and... I don't know, butt fuck a dragon. I don't fucking know. Whatever D&D parties do after they've, fully come together. Who knows? But let's get in here and see how they do. Shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go! I am so glad they actually pointed out that she's a fucking halfling. Every time I see, like a lolly in a D&D fantasy anime... I'm like, okay, so that's a halfling, right? That's a halfling, right? It's a very specific difference. God, I still can't help thinking about Vox Machina. Like, it's been so long since I've seen halflings actually done outside of anime style, and fuck me, that looks so good. I've only got one halfling, and they're a fucking tech priest. So it's like, oh boy. It's kind of funny to see them, because I don't use them. Because why would I? I'm the superior short stack race. I do wonder if anyone else is going to join the party, if we're going to stick with this group that we have. Because, I mean, we've got 4 people now, which is a fairly decent group size, you know? But I'm so used to, like, these sorts of parties being groups of 5, you know? Like, most of my D&D games... Let's see, hang on. So the Saturday game, that's me, Felicia, Altus, and fucking knockoff Bloodborne Man, and the Rogue. Yes, that one's 5. My fucking Monday game is 3 fucking characters because 2 people fucking dropped, but it started at 5. Thursday game is 5 people. Fucking, yeah, Sunday game is 5 people, yeah. Just about every single one of my D&D games are 5 people. Except for one that's 3, but it started as 5. Ah, yes. Bureaucracy. That is how we will stop crime. Non-stop, infinite fantasy bureaucracy. Like, it really feels like our Artificer Man. And I will continue to call him that, because he looks like it. Like, he's either a DM NPC that's here to fucking, give off, like... give off, like, lore, from the, basically be the DM's mouthpiece. Or it's a player who's basically best friends with the DM and knows about the fucking world ahead of time and is like, hey, yo, can I just tell them to make shit go quick? Will is just so happy these people aren't destitute. Oh my god. Precious boy. Yeah, well, we got this thing called the internet now. Oh my god, that is so fucking smart. Wait. Oh my god, are they using apprentice sorcerers for porn? Are they using apprentice sorcerers as fucking prostitutes? I mean, hey man, once you get that Wizusi, like, you can't go back, right? I prefer my version. Just because I got to finally use the word Wizusi. One of my games, the fucking wizard died, so I can't actually use Wizusi in a conversation anymore. I'm so angry. Now that they have cleaned off their sins, they will... As is tradition with D&D parties, the war crimes shall begin. I mean, Will's been living off of fucking summoned bread. Will's been living off of summoned bread for his entire fucking life, and also, like, whatever they could get seeds for. And fucking, and Melon. His name is Melon now. And Melon's been living off of whatever they could fucking scrounge out of the goddamn ruins. And also whatever he could hunt. So I imagine, yeah, they're probably very fucking hungry. That's just the Parthenon, dude. That's just the fucking Parthenon. Oh boy. This is how you know the DM doesn't actually have any ideas for the architecture of his world. He's just like, fuck it, I'll just steal the Parthenon. It looks foreign enough. I would like to challenge him. I'd like to challenge him for my church badge. Gracefeel? That bitch! I'm gonna have to use Zone of Truth because, man, I have no like, there's no fucking way you actually follow that bitch. Like, holy shit. You're gonna have to come back later, asshole. Oh damn, this sounds like a fucking side quest. Oh my god, look at this absolute fucking villain. Holy shit. This dude just looks like a villain. Holy shit. And I serve the god of jowls. I mean, why don't you just fucking cast, like, Zone of Truth if you're such a big dick bishop? Holy shit. You have to save your spell slots, kiddo. I mean, Gracefield literally gave him carte blanche, so I mean, like, what's the fucking problem here? Like, if it wasn't like the bigger gods who was like got millions of followers, I could see that. Like, one of the bigger gods could just be like, oh yeah, no, you can fuck off. But Gracefield, she's got like one dude, so like, she really can't afford to not give him what he needs. Holy shit. Oh my god, what a fucking sack of garbage. I think I can imagine why all of the other fucking priests have been sent off to die to demons. Because the bishop's a fucking prick. Another side quest. Another side quest has happened. Hey, go rescue the vice bishop. Also, fucking find out why the actual bishop is a piece of shit. This is literally like a fucking background thing if you pick the goddamn one of the religious backgrounds in D&D. Being able to get free room and board at a local temple. Like, holy shit. Like, seriously, like, is this based off some dude's fucking D&D game? Like, holy shit. Because it's got, like, such a similar, like, setup to, like, a homebrewed D&D game. And, like, a lot of, like, the mechanics that wind up getting used are, like, explicitly, like, translations of D&D mechanics. Like, the background thing of being able to find a room and board at a temple if they're allied to your god. Being able to fucking, like, you know, having spell slots and not overusing your divine protection. Fucking Will being a multi-class of a paladin and a fucking wizard somehow. Like, random dragon attacking the city because the players didn't fucking bite at a goddamn side quest like they were supposed to. Like, this is explicitly like how, like, you run a fucking D&D game. If your players ignore the plot hook, fucking throw something at them to make them give a shit. You missed, idiot. You're gonna use up all your spell slots, idiot! If you're not sure you're gonna hit, don't waste a level 3 spell slot on Lightning Bolt. Use Fireball, you idiot! Like, actually, like, straight up. Like, yeah, he's outside a lot of your effective range, so you're rolling at disadvantage, or you don't really have, like, a guaranteed hit. Yeah, you've only got, like, 2 of those level 3 spell slots, idiot. Like, actually, like, it's actually so fucking cool, like, how, like, if this isn't a D&D game that's just basically being transliterated, it's definitely fucking inspired. Holy shit. Man, it's a good thing there's still nature spirits in this town that's completely fucking civilized, huh? See, that's the kind of thing. Make the dragon pass a save. Oh, it's a good thing the gay twinks are here. You might piss it off, which might help. Like, I love just Menel and fucking Will working together. Just as boyfriends should. Ba-da-ba. Damn, my man out here using Sanctuary. Actually, I don't know if that would be Sanctuary. I don't remember how Sanctuary works. I don't fucking play Paladin. Looks very gooey, that magic that dragon's using. So that... Yeah, maybe dropping that dragon down in front of a bunch of civilians in front of a church, maybe not the best fucking idea. I don't know about that one, Will. Damn, calm down, Estinian. Everyone, get ready to make a deck save! I roll to grapple the dragon. It's an adolescent red wyvern, are you sure? Yes! Okay, roll me an athletics check with disadvantage because it's twice your size. Natural 20. Oh, man, fuck. You strangle the dragon. How do you want to do it, William? I break the dragon's cervical vertebra. Got like fucking just one dude out here with the applause. Now give us all your gold! Don't let a marketing opportunity go to waste. Come on now, bruh. First rule of being an adventurer. Bruh, it's like there's like one magic user and one wizard paladin multi-class. That's 2 people. Is that really a lot? I was lucky to get that nat 20 on that fight. Now I feel like God is mad at me. Just the DM scribbling in his fucking notebook like, fuck, I'm gonna kick that motherfucker's ass. Now kiss. Now kiss. Both of you kiss. I swear to God, if I go online, look up fan art of this show, and there's no fan art of Mello and Will kissing, then I'm going to be very disappointed. Going to be very, very disappointed. I'm here to give you yet another quest hook. I swear to God you better take it or there will be another dragon. Bro, you speak like you're from 200 years ago. What the fuck? Like, I'm waiting for more people just to be like, hey, yo, why the fuck you speaking Shakespearean, dog? Ain't heard you say bruh once. Elves don't have rights. Elves don't get to sit. At least the knife ear knows his place. Then who did the magic, asshole? Like, no, 3 of those was one dude. Holy shit. Fucking Melon's just like, bro, shut the fuck up. Stop telling him. Stop telling the pink skin everything. It didn't drop any good loot though, so he's not very happy with it. Alright, William, here comes a plot hook. Actually fucking take it this time. Do not be modest. This is a threat. Okay, what does Will even need at this point? Oh, the demons? Oh yeah, no, those are my guys. Like, I'm waiting for the big twist that this guy is actually, like, super fucking evil. So, hey. Here's a... Yeah, paladins don't get poisoned or diseased. So, okay, so here's the other quest hook. Go fucking solve the miasma problem, idiot. Like, fucking, my dude, you're gonna use up all your goddamn money. You're gonna use all your fucking money to do it, holy shit. It's not so much overlooking the tragedies as ignoring them, there's a very marked difference. God, this fucking music is just like, no, this dude is evil. This dude is the fucking demon. Fucking try it, bruh. Try it, like, oh boy. So I know there's actual fucking threat here, but like... So like I've said before, I don't play paladins very often. Like, I've only ever played a paladin once as a player, and then as a DM, I've had one DM PC paladin that's had to follow the party along. But it's mostly because, like, the story kind of required it. And Wizard of the Coast is really shitty at writing follower characters, so I had to just replace them wholesale with, like, another character. And I was like, hey, you know what'd be really funny based on, like, this backstory? Not funny, but, like, fun. Like, hey, I'm gonna make a paladin. And they're a Hell Rider from Elturel. And also, this is Descent into Avernus. This can only go well. Time to make 2 character sheets. One if they fail the mind break check. Holy shit. But yeah. Paladins are kind of fucking busted. Like, and I know, like, this is in this show, like, Will is not, bound by game mechanics, so, I mean, he can actually fucking die. But paladins are kind of busted. Like, the DM PC paladin that I wound up having to make for that Avernus game, they had to sneak into a building And paladins are not very good at that, especially if they're wearing heavy armor. So I had the paladin, take her armor off. She's down to her like small clothes, basically. She's like, okay, we'll go and like I'll sneak. I'll try and sneak around best I can without making sound. I'll stow my armor, whatever. They got attacked by imps, and I was like, okay, so the paladin dies here. All right, I no longer need to worry about her. All right, bang bang. And of course, I didn't play it with like, okay, yeah, no, the paladin has to die. I played the paladin the way like an actual player would, so that it's not just me fucking suiciding a character, because that's just not fun. Without her armor, she had 12 AC. Unfortunately for paladins, their AC doesn't really fucking matter. Having a really high AC, really good. Having an 18 AC means that an enemy can't actually fucking hit you unless they roll an 18 or above, right? So it's like, okay, if they just roll a 12. Yeah, paladins have so many fucking abilities to heal damage they've received or up their AC that it is absolutely fucking bananas. During one combat round, she raised her AC to 20 from 12. What the fuck? Paladins are busted. She was borderline fucking naked in her underwear. Like, Jesus Christ. So like, so just seeing Will just kind of fucking demolish it in this show is actually just really, really fun. Because, like, this show has so many, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, analogs to, like, traditional tabletop and D&D stuff that, like, it's really fun. And maybe it's just because I've got that Vox Machina brain rot right now, because I've already recorded the second episode. Already recorded it. It's coming out either this upcoming Sunday or the Monday. I'm not sure yet, because I kind of want to figure out how the schedule goes. But, like, throughout this episode, like, as they're going, I'm just like, alright, so here's, like, what this dice roll would have been. Here's this mechanic. Like, this maps, like, surprisingly well to, like, if not Dungeons and Dragons, then to tabletop in general. Because, believe it or not, most tabletops have very, very similar rules, because a lot of them either stem from D&D or are derived from the same things that D&D itself was derived from, which is like traditional war games. Which is why, like, Warhammer 40k, despite being a fucking tabletop war game where you fight armies versus armies, has a lot of shit that fucking, like, has direct fucking parallels in D&D, which is really fucking weird. Yeah, like, just, oh my god, it's so good. Like, the idea, like, of using up all your spell slots, that was addressed here. Like, yeah, don't just waste your fucking blessings, idiot. The idea of, once again, wasting spell slots. Like, hey, you're using, like, a really powerful spell that you don't have a guaranteed fucking hit. You fucking moron. Get yourself in an advantageous position first. That's, basic tabletop. And it really does. And like I said, like, it kind of fits to the same, like, personalities and even, like, what I would call player personalities that I mentioned, I think, like, last episode or episode before, where, Will is someone who's brand new to tabletop, but is, like, really into it and is like, yeah, I'm excited to play an RP. Whereas, like, Melon is, like, that guy who's played a while, he knows a lot about the game, but he's not, like, a really good role player. Like, so he just kind of, like, found a way in character to be like, hey, asshole, don't waste your fucking spell slots, hang on, let's figure this out. Like, it works really, really well, and it's absolutely fucking great. It's, just chef's fucking kiss. Just, God, and the story, this way the story is set up is just so fucking fun. Just the idea, just like we have, like, all this world building stuff, is like, hey, here's these things that are similar enough to the real world. Here's street lights, here's public baths, here's the church. Like, you get, like, a really good idea of the level of technology this world has, which we didn't really get a chance to see in the previous episodes because they were more like in the rural sticks where everything was all fucked up. But here's like the world kind of at its baseline state where you have technology and all this other stuff that's, set up and actually working fairly well. It's really good, and it's how an actual dungeon master would probably fucking show this stuff. And I just find it funny that just like this episode there was like 3 or 4 fucking quest hooks. And they were all given to Will. And Will just did not fucking pick up on them. And it's just so fucking funny. So now, like, you actively have someone threatening Will to his fucking face. And I bet you he will still fucking mess it up, which is probably why Melon is there this time. Like, Melon, like, probably, like, the DM probably, like, pulled his player aside and was like, hey, Melon? I love Will. I love how much excitement he's bringing to the game. But I've given him, like, fucking 3 quest hooks. I want you to go with him to the fucking Prince's audience. And if I swear to God, if Will fucks up the quest hook, just fucking save it, please. I want to actually continue this campaign. Jesus Christ, we've been here for 4 hours. The pizza is gone. Like, I want to go home, dog. Like, like, it's like that level of shit. And like, it like, I don't know, like, maybe it's just me projecting a bit, but like, it's just a fun fucking thing to think about. Yeah. All in all, like, I would say that I really, really love how this works. I love the way the story is set up. I love how you can just map it to a tabletop party. I would argue that, like, being able to map a fantasy story to a tabletop party is a really, really fun way to write a story. And I would say that it's honestly one of the ways you get a more interesting story. Because, like, if you just kind of write everything from, like, your omniscient perspective, and you're just, like, kind of, like, one by one, like, controlling every single movement of your characters, then it gets kind of dull. But if you kind of treat them as their own individual people, it's like, okay, what would this character do here? What would they do? Like, if this was a tabletop game, how would this go? And you kind of, like that's how I like to write fantasy stories. I kind of, like, assign, like, players to the characters, or, like, the important characters at the very least, and go, like, okay, so how would this do that? It doesn't always work, mind you, because sometimes you just pick the wrong player for a character, and you're just like, shit. And that's when you kill a character. I don't know, it's fun, it's good, and it's a really interesting way. I don't know if that's how this was written. Probably not, because, I guess I'm just a fucking psychopath. I don't know, it maps really well. Like, same way that fucking, like, Goblin Slayer and fucking Lord of the Rings does. And I like it a lot. Very excellently well written. It's very beautiful. The combat is just absolute fucking masterpiece. And just, like, the combination of stuff, and the fact that you could, like, literally go to it and just be like, okay, so this was, like, a nat 20. This was, like, an athletics roll. This was, like, a smart thinking on the player's perspective. This was this. Like, I don't know, I really like it. And maybe it is the Vox Machina brain rot, but the fact that I was doing this before I started watching Vox Machina, I feel like that's a good sign. I feel like maybe I'm on the right track. I don't know. Or maybe just fantasy writers just fucking all have their inner DM. Who knows? But yeah, all in all, I'm really enjoying this show. It's very, very good. I think Menel and Will are probably my OTP for this series. I do not think you can get around that. Sorry, halfling fans. Will not be fucking the short stack this time. But yeah, show good, episode good, and I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. I don't really have any more to add. Next episode seems like it's gonna be a fucking banger. But yes, if you enjoyed this, then hey, make sure you hit that like, the subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your friends. Arm yourselves with knowledge, all that good shit. I also have a Patreon and Stream Elements. If you want to support monetarily, you can do that. But honestly, just telling your friends and getting the word out is very good. If you want more content from me, then I do try and post anime every single day at around noon. I also try and live stream every single day. Today there's going to be 2 streams, which is going to be fun in big air quotes. At 3 o'clock, I'm going to be streaming Legends of Arceus. Going to be doing that again. And at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be streaming Phasmophobia with my friend Riv and my friend Red. That's going to be in VR, so that's going to be painful in more ways than one. And I hope you guys enjoy that and find that fun. Link to the Arceus stream is going to be in the upper right-hand corner, and I hope to see you there. But yes, that's all I have to say. But that's all I have to say for this episode. So, as always, I am Nozz the Goblin, and I will see you in the next video. But most certainly will become a Goblin today, and I will see you a round.